You know, detectives had the whiteboard of like at 9:33, at 9:35, at 9:36.
Yeah.
That was me. I had everything lined up, but the only thing I didn't have lined up was where the fuck did he sleep?
All of the knots, all of the guac, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the knots.
Soup sandwich.
1 year anniversary, man. Soup sandwich.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody. Yeah, happy anniversary to you.
I haven't been here for a year.
No, but we'll get your anniversary too. That'll call that Ho Day or something like that.
It can't be that far away. The first one you did with what's
Oh
her name?
no, Ho Day is
Kelly?
today for her. That's
No.
that's every day for Bree.
Yeah, probably. I believe that. It pays her bills. It does.
This whole thing is going to be about sticking around, right, Tristan?
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you excited about today? I mean, I fucking am.
Yeah. Why is
Nice.
it about sticking around?
Because we keep sticking it out, man. We keep sticking around. Soup sandwich, man. 1 full year. So we're going to keep sticking around until everybody, till we get what, 1 million viewers? 1 million subscribers.
Why stop there?
Well,
would
we're
be
at,
5 million subscribers.
well, we're at 144. So we have a lot.
Yeah, let's read our stats.
Look, after today, we're at 144. Fucking incredible. 7.4
That said 1
thousand views, 800 podcast downloads. But we did have a really cool thing that happened last week. And Maddie's only been with us for what, like a month and a half, 2 months. So we had a one. It's up to like 300,000 now, right?
Yeah, probably more. I don't know.
So we had a
Look-
view. So we're getting there.
Yeah, my her TikTok that she posted of me got 141 likes on Instagram.
No, it didn't.
You want to bet me?
He said,
Yeah.
no, it
Probably
didn't.
got more.
Yeah, okay.
Probably got more. Go to the Instagram.
What? This is a team building experience, not a hey, it's me, Leon.
It
Goddamn.
is. There's a me and team now.
I thought it was from Facebook. Why did this one get nothing on Facebook?
I
The other
know.
one's all on Facebook.
But go to Instagram and see the fucking.
I'm looking at it, Killa. That's why I disagreed with you.
Did you agree with me?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just did.
I thought you
gotta open your
disagreed.
I thought it was Facebook. I thought they all came from Facebook because that's what the other one did. But yeah, this one did.
Which was the one that
What the
you
fuck?
posted that got the 140,000 from you?
I think it was the one her talking about how people double their number, subtract their number.
That's the same one that we're talking about.
No, we're talking about
145 likes on that.
Yeah. And then this one's like 302,000.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
Hmm.
Getting there. We're gonna stick around.
Did you post one on your Instagram?
Me?
Hmm?
Like
Did you post
on
something
my
on
actual Instagram?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
would never.
I thought that's what you said.
She would never.
Duh.
Would
Does
never.
that surprise you?
No.
One day, maybe. One day.
I
We
would need
strive.
like a beanie and like a cute like outfit to do it on like my actual post, but I would never do like a random thing like that. That would just like throw off everything.
They take everything out of. Just throw my fucking whole shit out.
This sounds like the end of a party, like how everyone's kind of wound down, you know?
It does a little bit, but what
I mean,
let's
it's late
talk-
as fuck.
What about? Yeah, you got here a little later today, but what about like a party? How long do you stick around like at a party? Are you a late? Or do you get to parties like late? Like, are you like I'm gonna get an hour? There's people that go there like 2 hours late on
I'm
purpose.
not the first one there, and I'm not the last one there.
See, I'm always the first one there and the last to leave.
Really?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Nah, I'm not the first one there. I'm kind of like you. I probably leave a little later than everybody though.
Yeah.
I probably leave average pretty late.
I mean, I definitely could shut it down if it's like a bomb ass party, but
Yeah.
like if it's not, then I'm like,
I feel like
But I
have
don't
the
go
most
to
fun.
like. I mean, I'm way older than y'all, so I don't go to parties that are bomb ass. I'm staying here till 1 anymore. But if I'm at a cool bar, like if I'm at Old Town, we're watching a football game and it's fucking partying, I'll stay there till they fucking close the doors. You know. So I would say there's a difference between a bar or a
And a
house
house, for
party
sure.
or something like that.
it's totally different. I get thrown out of every bar. Everybody's like, time to go
There
home,
you go.
get out, it's 2:30, and I'm like,
I do
Fuck
like
off.
those parties where you just like it like whittles down to just the homies though, and you're like
Yeah.
just chilling with like the last 10 or 12 homies and nobody wants to
Even
leave.
at
If
the
you
bar.
know everybody, great.
That's where it's at.
and even at the bar, like when you know like the certain bartenders and they're like, she's good, she's good, she's good.
Yeah,
and I'm
for
like,
sure.
Bet.
when we went to it was when I was talking to Maddie about doing the social media for the podcast, and we ended up going to the Braves game, and it was like the 7th or 8th inning when we got there, and you were fucking
Toast.
like
Comatose.
raging partying, and all the friends that you had, I didn't know any of them. And right when she saw me, she ran over there and started humping my leg, and all her friends were like, "What the fuck?" Because they didn't know she knew me. So I'm laughing my ass off, like, "Oh my!" I was like, "That girl's fucking crazy," and he goes, "Oh my god!" And I can't believe she did that to you.
I was comatose.
I can't wait to the Braves again.
We were
We'll
all kind of
stick
drunk
with-
that
And I
night.
remember because I was wearing my dad's Durham Bull jacket, which is Braves minor league team. And I remember everybody kept coming up to me because it's like a bright blue jacket. We were playing the Dodgers.
It's a great
And everybody's
jacket.
like, "Go Braves!" And I was like, "Yeah, go Braves!" And they were like, "Oh shit!" Like I
Yeah.
didn't see your Durham Bulls.
Dude, I have fucking that night. I felt like such an asshole. I spilled about 65% of a beer in your backseat.
Oh yeah, you did. I had
Yeah.
to fucking get it shampooed. Like, you just looked at it and was like, "My bad."
I didn't know what to do, bro. I actually took a bunch of clothes out of your back floorboard and tried to get it up.
No, it stunk like a motherfucker. The next day,
Yeah, I felt like a
my
dick
daughter
for
was
that
like,
one.
"What's that smell?" I was like, "That's fucking fun
Cantaloupe.
juice. That's fun juice, baby. That's fun juice."
I bet it did smell like shit, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was hot, too.
What?
God.
Well, like, what at that party would want to make you like stay longer? Like, what's one thing that would make you want to stay longer?
The people.
That's it. A girl. Usually it's a dude
Oh,
for
yeah,
a girl or a
guy, yeah.
guy or girl. Yeah.
sure.
I think it's all about the even if the guy if there's a girl there that you want to like continue hanging around with, it's still all about the vibe and how funny it is and are people laughing. Because I'd be
sure.
like, hey, let's go
Hell
do
yeah.
something else. So the vibe of how funny it is and how people are joking and that kind of thing. You know, when it's like people are like tense and fighting, you don't want to be there. It's like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
fucking bad vibes.
Yeah, when people get way too fucked up for
Mhm.
whatever occasion.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been around that a lot. But definitely if a bitch was there and I was having fun. If there's no bitches there, I'm leaving
outie.
anyway. Yeah.
I don't know why you have to talk about girls like that. Call them the
Yeah.
the
Why do you call
bitches.
us bitches?
Bitches.
I call you bitch because you
up,
are.
baby?
You earned it.
Yeah, she's
What's
got.
up, baby?
But you're only
She's
bitches
got a
when you're
patch
at
on
party,
her bull
really.
on her Bull Durham jacket. On the other patch it says.
If
bitch.
you're at church, I don't call them bitches at church. You know what I mean? Like, I just call them bitches like when they're at a party or a bar. If you're at a bar, you're definitely.
God, you'd be crunk
And
if you call
because-
bitches out of church. You're
and
like, "What up, bitches?"
And other
What's up,
other
bitch?
girls call other girls bitch when they're
Agreed.
in that scenario. So if that's like you're at the level of drunk and like in public where you're yelling bitch at each other as just like your just first terms of engagement,
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you bitches. You earned it. You know,
I
for that
like
night.
sticking around to see like what the most drunk person is about to do. You know what I mean? Like that person's fucked up. They're about to do something fucking awesome, and I'm gonna stay at this party until they do something else. And they never fail to do it.
No, fuck no. That's
Have
Not
you
if
ever
they're
stayed
my
at a party?
friends.
Have you ever
Yes.
stayed at a party just to see what they're about to do?
Not like if they're my friends and they're the drunkest ones there. I'm like, yeah, I can't see what you're about to do.
But it's
I'm
usually
like, gotta
you
get
though.
you out.
That's you, most of the time. They're the ones looking at you, going, "Let's see what Bree's about to do."
Mm-hmm.
I do like everything since I walk in the door. So everybody's already looking at me as soon as I walk in the door. So there's no like, it's from beginning to end. There's
can
no
see
like
that.
major point to where people are like, watch what Bree's about to do. It's pretty much like Bree just walked in. Let's stare at her the entire time.
I don't think that's how it is.
I hope it's how it is. God damn.
I just don't think that's how
God
it is.
damn.
You hope it is. So does she, obviously. That's awesome.
But I think there's a difference between the house party and the public when you're talking about people doing dumb shit too. Because at a house party, you really don't care because you probably ain't gonna go to jail.
yeah.
But like that night, I was at the bar with you at fucking Old Town,
Town.
and you remember old buddy was so
Trying to
fucked
fight
up
people.
that you remember he balled his receipt up and threw it at you. I was like, this guy's a fuck, and then I ended up fucking pushing him out of his fucking bar stool with my foot
He was hammered.
because he was fucking with goddamn.
Everybody.
He was fucking with somebody that I was with, and I can't remember, and I just fucking scooped his ass right out of his seat onto the floor. Like, he was trying to fight. Like, he was talking shit. That
Me and
shit's
Bailey went-
secondhand embarrassing. when
Me
you're
and
in
Bailey
public
went
for
to
real.
a Braves game. We were at the 755 Club. Is that
I
where
think
we
so.
were?
Or we could have been in the, what's the other one? It's not the Mercedes.
No. What's the one in the right field, Bree? What are we trying to talk about?
I think Chop House.
Chop House. We were at the Chop House, and this dude was an Auburn guy. He had an Auburn hat on, and he
Oh,
was
yeah, I remember
fucked
that.
up. He was totally soup sandwiched, right? And he came up to me and said something. I said something about Auburn, but I was just fucking around with him. He looked at me like he was about to fucking grill me, and Bailey on the other side of him was like, Bailey was about to grill him, and I was like, don't worry about it, man. And I swear to God, I looked at Bailey, I was like, that guy's about to get fucked up by somebody. Somebody's fucking that guy up. He walked no more than 15 feet, and a dude beat the fuck out of him.
Not even far enough to be out of the office. He walked up on a whole table of men.
It was 15 feet.
A whole table of like 35-year-old fucking buff dudes, and there's one like 60-year-old dude that looks like the dad, and these are all his sons, and he's like a fucking 5'10" skinny guy, and he walks around the table around all those younger guys and fucking smashes this dude, no remorse. And then me and Jay went out there and stood our fucking ground for him, and then after that, Jay said, "Next time we do this, no more talking to the cops." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for that."
I went and talked to the cops to try to get the guy that punched the asshole out of jail.
Yeah,
and the cop goes, "No, he's going to jail."
Yeah.
I literally can't wait for Brave season, but I heard we're on a lockdown or a lockout.
Lockout, yeah.
That'll change. That'll.
So when the fuck is that blowing over? Because one, I need to know if Freddie Freeman's coming back to Atlanta. Number two, I need to know like when the fuck preseason, everything, and the opening day starts.
I think it'll clear.
It's never lasted a whole season. Like a lockout's never took a whole season.
Have we had a lot of lockouts?
Yeah. Well, the first year we won.
Good bit.
The first year that the Braves won the World Series in '95. So when we won.
So it's only when the Braves won the World Series.
Well,
so they're clearly
this year we did
racist.
It was 160. It was racist. It was 160.
They're racist. Literally, you said the first one was when the Braves won the World Series. We just fucking won it this year, so that's always when we have the fucking lockout.
But we played 162 games this year.
So the MLB is racist, is what you're saying.
But we only played the year that we won racist. They are racist for money. Yes.
There's some type
it's
of
all
is.
about money. Yeah, they're racist because they want
Like the
more money.
MLB
The players
wants
want more money.
money.
The players want more money. And the
How
owners
do you want
money.
more money? Because half the fucking time, I do not understand it. There's like punt or kickers, punters, whatever, in fucking football. You're paid millions of dollars. All you do, you have one job. Kick the fucking football in between the two very big fucking gold fucking big metal poles. You can't do it. But you're paid $1 million to do it. The hardest sport ever is baseball because you can't fucking hit a 95 to 100 whatever mile per hour fastball coming straight fucking at you.
So I agree.
It's one of the hardest fucking sports to play.
No, I agree with you on batting. One of the hardest skills to do in sports is 100 mile or 97 mile an hour fastball, and then the next pitch is a 75 mile curveball. That's fucking one of the hardest skills. It's one of the hardest skills, not the hardest
sport.
And then you're old as fuck and you gotta run.
because the fielding, you got to put that in. And it's not the hardest. Football is as hard as that, but golf is harder.
Golf is the hardest.
It's
sport.
harder than that.
That's what I was gonna say. It has the most
the
biggest skill gap.
Yeah, but it's this big.
Yeah, it has the biggest skill gap.
And you're hitting it
for
with
sure.
something like this big. It's
Yeah, they
fucked
hit
up.
it in a little hole.
But
It's like sex.
But when some of them are little, some of them are big.
But you gotta find one hole.
So you do have to find one hole, and there are plenty of holes on the body.
Yeah.
You just got to find one of them.
One at a time, at least.
But the year the Braves did win it, we only missed 10 games. It was like 152 games instead of 162.
Mm-hmm.
So we still won it on an almost full season.
Okay,
but this year we did win it with 162. But LA last year won it with 50.
Yeah.
I love
Okay,
that.
but anyways, when is the lockout going away? When is opening day? Because I need to get tickets. I need to get a jersey. I'm not working. I need to make sure I have off.
There's no way to know.
No.
It could be 2. It could be 2 games.
From what I
zero.
But what I
games.
also think is fucking insane, like, trust me, I love Freddie Freeman. I want him back to Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
You think he's sticking around?
Do I think he's sticking around? I don't know. It depends on how much money. But honestly, with this lockout, you can't discuss contracts. You can't discuss money. So I'm happy for that because no birds can be chirping in his ear right now.
No,
But-
they could chirp. They just can't sign it.
Yeah. But if he does come back to Atlanta, that's awesome. Love him to death. I need him to come back to Atlanta because everybody else is gonna fucking hate him in Atlanta.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why is everybody gonna hate Freddie?
Freddie. That's literally our chant.
Oh yeah, no, he's awesome. I love it.
But like the payouts are fucking insane. He gets like 60 million, and then you got Ozzy or whatever making like 500,000, and I'm like, all right, that's a little fucked up.
Well, so Ozzy got I believe his contract was like a 6 or 7 year for $60 million or $40 million, and then Acuna got $100 million for 10 years or 8 years or something. Those great
lot.
contracts. And then we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do with Dude though.
Which one? Jacob?
No, who's the
Pearl?
the wife beater?
The Pearl guy.
He's gone.
Yeah,
Jock's gone.
Jocktober left?
Jock's gone. No, he can't. Nobody can do anything because of the lockout. But he's gone. We're not keeping him.
No, he declined his player option as soon as the World Series was
Yeah.
over.
No, he's
What
gone.
a dick.
Nah,
we
we
took
don't-
him in.
It's money time.
We
Man.
didn't
We
take him
fucking
in. We
took
got
him in.
We got him, man. He's.
I know, but we took him in. Somebody got rid of him.
We were gonna get rid of him anyways. We had too many
Chicago
outfielders.
Cubs, right?
Acuna-
Cubs got rid of him?
No, L.A. He won two World Series in a row. He won in L.A. and then one here. He won last year too.
What a fucking whore. What a baseball whore.
But I will tell you this: we weren't going to keep him anyways. We got too many
It
outfielders.
doesn't matter, but everybody like loved him because of the pearls. Like it was fucking awesome.
No,
I mean, he's not that fucking great anyway.
Mm.
I agree. Like in the World Series, he wasn't like, oh my god, he's so great.
Who
like,
am I thinking of?
He definitely helped in the
Dude that
playoffs.
beat his wife. That was awesome. That we needed him, and then we signed him for a 3-year, like
Oh, you're
30-40 million dollars.
What's his
Big dude, awesome. He was number 2 behind MVP. I think number 2 or 3 behind Freddie that year.
It wasn't
Year before last.
It wasn't Ozuna, was it?
Yes.
Not Ozuna. That's the fucking.
No, that's Ozzy.
No, that's
Ozuna.
Ozuna's the fucking the musician. What's his last
No,
name?
Ozuna. That's it. He got cleared, so we either have to cut him and take the chomp on that salary, or we got to keep him. And Braves don't like keeping people that do fucked up shit.
Yeah, sometimes they just stay.
Oh yeah, it is.
Stay
Marcell
around.
Ozuna. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stay around
Ozuna.
too long. Just like
So
a-
what you're telling me
it's
is
like
it's
a bad
going to be another
relationship.
couple of years before we ever win another World Series because we honestly got lucky as fuck this past year.
Nah, it was skill. It was great. What about talking about sticking around, because I was sticking around with Ozuna for a lot, but like he just said, the the relationships. When was, because you were in a long relationship with this last dude, and y'all broke up like a bunch. When was it like, like Seinfeld used to say, it's like breaking up's like tipping over a Coke machine. Like you gotta, you can't tip it over in one thing. You gotta let it rock, and then you take. When was it like, hey, this is too long?
Me and him were on and off for about, technically, for the longest run, it was 7 years on and off. But the last 2 years that we were together, like we were together for 2 years through and through. I mean, we had a lot of hiccups. Fucking hated him. I should have broke up with him at one point within that 2 years because I found out some shit. But I stuck with it, and I like looked at him, and after like the last mishap of that 2 years, I looked at him and I said, "Look,
Was it a STD?
no."
Oh, okay.
I looked at him and I said, if me and you break up again, like my parents hate you. Like they do not like you. Your parents do not like me at this point. Like they didn't like me. My parents hated him. And I was like, if we do not work out past this point, there is no reason to keep going. So let's shake on it. Like we literally shook hands. I'm like, if you do something to fuck up this relationship, or if I do something, it's done. We're never going back. This is it. Like,
So you shook
comatose,
on
like
it.
we're done.
I think
like,
that
this is
conversation.
it.
I think
you
that
should have broke up
that
immediately.
conversation alone should be like, all right, this is done. Just having that
Should have
conversation.
been. It should have been. Honestly, it should have been done the first time we broke up.
Have you hung in there too long in a relationship? No, bullshit. You never have.
Come on,
No.
bro.
This motherfucker had never.
We
stuck
should
around
have.
too long.
Honestly, like I look back, like I know that like everything is like a journey. Everything is a stepping stone. It should lead you to where
Everything
you are
happens for
now.
a
Everything.
reason.
Yes.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes, that's like what everybody says, and I get it. But like when I look back at the past 7 years of my life, like the amount of people that I could have been with, the amount of dates that I could have gone on in my mid-20s. So I dated him when I was 20. I started dating him when I was 21. Now I'm 29. So I'm like,
That's
the
a lot of fucking you could have been doing. there.
literally
goes all your 20s.
all of my 20s. I could have found somebody better. I could have found somebody that actually treated me right. But I like thought he would change.
I've stuck around too long in a relationship, probably, that should have been over for whatever reason. But I've never done the back and forth. Like, I've never.
I'll
done
never do
the,
it again.
The breakup and get back together shit.
I'll never do that again.
Sports teams do it with coaches. They stick around too long, and then sometimes they let them go way too early.
A I'll never do it again for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck that.
But
That
that's
shit sucks.
also
It's
like
too fickle.
I feel like that's also a wall of mine. Like when people, like if guys like were to date me and they're like, you're untrustworthy or you're this or you're that or you're too like overbearing or something. Like it's not me, but it's like one of my walls. Like I'm like, you disrespect me once, like it's done. Like I don't care to fuck with you again. I don't care to give you another chance. Like because the ex, I'm like, there's no fucking point. Like if you can't
Yeah, there's
fucking
no point.
if you can't keep it 100 the entire fucking time, then why the fuck am I gonna give you 100%?
When do you tell a friend fuck off and you're like, I'm not being friends with you anymore?
See, that's different for me. So I have a different relationship with like friends and like some, for example, my ex cheated on me with one of my friends.
But you're still homies with friends.
I'm still homies with my
Same.
friend.
I'm the same way as you.
I
bro.
made her
I
life-
can let it go with the friends
Yeah.
because friends are fucking.
No,
There's
that's
not a
too
lot
much,
to
man.
lose. Like,
Exactly. I don't really risk as much
With
by
a relationship,
letting you be
yep.
you, but I also know who the fuck you are.
look at
now.
us
You know
agreeing
what I
on
mean?
something.
Yeah, that's good because I
Yeah.
do not agree with that at all. I would not be that person's friend.
my thing. Like
Because they'll
I made her
they'll
life-
try to do it again.
I made her life hell for like 3 or 4 years. Do I trust her the same? Not 3
No,
or
you
4
shouldn't
years.
trust her at all.
3 or 4 months. But I'm saying I don't.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's different. 3 or 4 years. I was about
No.
to say, God
3 or 4
damn,
months.
she's the victim.
I made her life hell for 3 or
Oh,
4
And
years.
y'all were really dating. You weren't on a break or anything. Y'all were really dating.
We were dating. I literally was like, I had just got done telling we went to Mazzy's and I had just got done telling one of my coworkers, I was like, honestly, this is the best we've ever been. We've been fucking great. This is awesome. Me and him are fucking great. We've had like no arguments in like months. Like me and him are honestly finally on a fucking good track. This is it. Like finally. Not kidding you. The next fucking day was July 4th. We were at his sister's pool. We're hanging out in the pool. Something's awkward about him. Like we had gone out to Mazzy's that night and I'm telling this girl this. She goes home with another guy. I go home with my boyfriend. Great. We wake up the next morning. It's July 4th. And his birthday is July 3rd. So we wake up July 4th, go to his family's pool,
He got him a
hanging
little
out
birthday
all fucking day. Great day. And I'm like doing my normal stuff. Like I'm being all like, dee, baby. And he's like being like super weird. And I'm like, all right, something's off. And I was like, do you love me? Like, do you love me a lot? Like, whatever. And then we get home and I'm laying in bed with him. And I'm like, we're about to take like an hour or two nap because we're going to cook out for July 4th. And all of a sudden I get a text from that girl the night before, my coworker. Not the one that he cheated on me with. And she goes, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? She goes, your boyfriend messaged me. And I was like, all right, send me screenshots. Like, I don't believe it until I see proof. And she was like, all right. So she started sending me screenshots. And the one message in that screenshot was, please don't tell Bria I'm messaging you.
So then you found out later about the.
So he's like about to fall asleep for the nap. And I like turn over and I started laughing at him. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He was like, what? Threw my phone at him. Let him read it because I don't
Did you
give a
throw it
fuck.
hard?
Through my phone.
Did you throw it like hard, like hit him in the face or the chest? or-
Yes. Probably his chest. And then he like looked at it and he was like started crying. I'll never do anything. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you did
Started
this.
crying.
I was like, you did this shit when I was sitting
What?
right next to you. What the fuck were you doing a week ago when I was in Nashville and you didn't fucking come home? I said, no, you fucking lit the fuse. I trusted you. When you told me that you didn't come home and you slept at my buddy's house, Jason's house. I'm like, that's fine. I trusted you, but now you lit the fuse. So now I'm going to fucking find out. And he was like, go for it. Like, I don't care. Like, I would never do anything. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, suck a dick. Went to the...
But did he worked with you at the same time?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He wasn't working with me anymore.
Okay.
He had already left. That was one of the other times we broke up. But we weren't working together at all anymore. And then I found out literally that was, I think 4th of July was a Saturday or Sunday. It was a Saturday. I found out everything that Wednesday night. Came home Thursday morning. Like, got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Went through his Uber. Found clearly he cheated on me. And then woke him up at like 3.
Did you confront the friend first or him first?
I confronted him. Or I would not. I didn't know about the friend yet.
Oh, okay.
Found out through Uber. I like army crawled on the ground, went through his phone while he was like dead ass asleep. Found an Uber address, and I was like, this doesn't make sense because he left Mazzy's at 12:30 a.m. to go somewhere in Kennesaw. He told me he stayed in Canton. So I was like, this doesn't make sense. So I woke his ass up. I was like, who the fuck is, like, whose address is this? He said, Blibbling? Why'd you say Crisp? He said Crisp. So I called Crisp at 3 o'clock in the morning. Kept calling. Finally, Crisp answered. And she was like, look, I had no idea y'all were together. Like, we didn't do anything. All we did was make out. Like, that was it. Like,
We didn't do anything.
So
All we did was
she's
make
lying
out.
too.
so I was like, all right, cool.
she-
No,
like,
she didn't lie.
lying
She
too.
goes, all
But
we
I-
did was make out. That's enough.
but
God,
That's
see,
a lie.
but see, I didn't know her. I didn't know her.
she wasn't
I-
your friend.
No, this is not. No. He cheated on me twice in one night.
Nice.
Like
Good for
hours.
him.
What a fucking
hour-
demon.
Yeah.
What a fucking
A
badass.
fucking
horrible.
demon.
So many.
So I was like, all right.
God, that guy needs to put me on game.
Goddamn right,
damn,
man. I'm fucking
son.
jealous.
Damn,
So
son.
then-
And he got you back later?
No.
No, this
Oh,
is
this
the
was
end.
the
This
last
was it.
time?
This was the end.
I was about to ask
hey,
what was the
the
question.
seventh time is over.
Yeah.
This is it. You
That
get
motherfucker
7
had
tries, bro.
9 lives.
777, baby.
God.
But then I found out about that. I'm running around the kitchen because he's trying to chase me because I have his phone. So I'm calling Crisp 100 times. Finally get her to answer. She tells me bullshit. And I'm like, all right, awesome. I had found her on Instagram, sent her my number. I'm like, can you text me? Because if I have any more questions, I need you to answer them. And she was like, for sure, 100%. She was super upfront, super cool about it. Going to work the next morning, Thursday morning. I'd already ended it with him that Wednesday night / Thursday morning. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, went off on him. Yada, yada, yada. Thursday morning, he's at work. I'm at work. He's apologizing, doing all the normal bullshit. I'm telling my best friend at work about everything. Well, the girl that had actually cheated on with him, that was my friend, that I got her the fucking job. She's standing at the back bar while I'm talking to my friend about it. And usually, like, you know, as a friend, like, you're going to, like, want to be like, what's wrong? Like,
Yeah.
tell me the story.
Yep.
She's like off and like, it was weird. So I was like, maybe she had a bad day. Maybe she didn't give a fuck about my drama. Like, cool, whatever. She's off on her own little corner. So then I leave, go home, ask him for his phone again. He changed the password, deleted the Lyft, deleted the Uber. And I was like,
Love that.
something's wrong.
It was
I was
too
like,
late, though, man.
I was like, this.
I would have hit my phone with a golf club.
too late. It was too late.
I was like, something's not adding up. I'm like, the whole thing is, where the
Well,
fuck did
hey,
you sleep?
Wait, whoa, something's not adding up. I changed all my password and deleted thing. That's.
I took all the money out of my
I think
bank
it was
account.
I think it was adding up
booked a flight.
perfect. It was adding up
Yeah.
perfectly.
He either did a
why-
cheat or a murder. There was only 2 options.
Why did you? Yeah, he murdered somebody, sexually assaulted, or cheated. Yeah, for sure.
I was like, something. I was like,
Something's off.
I literally had the whole puzzle done. I had everything done. Like, I had all the hours
You
lined up.
got through his contacts. He's got like 5 contacts: his mom and dad and his sister.
You
He's
know how, like,
every one of
You
them.
know how
like,
detectives,
something's not right.
you know how detectives had the whiteboard of like at 9:33, at 9:35, at 9:36. That was me. I had everything lined up, but the only thing I didn't have lined up was where the fuck did he sleep? Nothing made sense. That was it. So I was like, where the fuck
He
did
slept-
you sleep?
he slept
He's
in your-
sleeping on the couch at this point because like I was sleeping in the bed, he was sleeping on the couch. Me and him were not together. I was fucking livid.
Y'all
He knew I
lived
was
together?
livid. We lived together. I lived with him technically. So I was like, what the fuck is the last puzzle piece? So I went out, tried to get it out of him. I'm like, we're already done. We're already over. Just fucking put me out of my god fucking misery. Just tell me where the fuck you slept.
It's like that movie Liar Liar. It's like, you fucked her, didn't you? He's like, yes, okay, I did.
Yes, just fucking let me know. Like, let me breathe. Let me go to sleep peacefully. Just tell me something. And he was like, why does it matter? I'm like, it fucking matters because I'm a fucking psycho. So then I finally messaged the girl again. And I said, what time did he leave your house? I messaged the girl that was like cool with me the night before. And she was like, 12 o'clock. And I was like, that makes no sense. He went to your house at 3 a.m. because there was an Uber at 3 a.m. from Suburban to Smyrna. And I was like, that makes
She
no
meant 12 p.m.
No. She meant 12 a.m. And I said, that makes no sense because he literally left this bar at 3 a.m. to go to your house and he got there at 3:30, 3:45 a.m. She goes, send me the screenshot. So I did. She goes, girl, that's not my address. And I was like,
Scheming.
So then I
Bum,
walk.
bum, bum.
So
That
I
boy
walk-
built a house on the seashore, didn't
That's
he?
it.
So then that was
God.
it. That was the key. And I like walk out to him and I said, all right, duck, duck, goose, you're fucking it. I'm done. I'm like, whose fucking address is this?
I
said because
hate
it's,
that I'm so invested in this story.
I was like,
If
because
he was, me too. But if he was on ESPN, he'd have gotten top 10. Da 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 da.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Honestly,
This
the way that he
motherfucker
like went
is
about it,
awesome.
I get it. Like, I mean, guys are just so fucking stupid, number one. But number two, I was like, he knows I'm a fucking psycho investigator. Like, the amount of times he's lied, cheated on me, all leading up to that, I'm like, you have to know that I'm gonna find out. And the fact that it took me 48 hours to figure out everything is honestly sad on your part, not on mine, because I'm a fucking genius. So I walk out to him. I said, whose fucking address is this? I'm gonna ask you one more fucking time. And he goes, it's Crisp. And I was like,
Number
no, the
two.
fuck it's not.
Crisp too.
And I was like, no, the fuck it's not. I just fucking asked her. She said that you left her fucking house at 12 a.m. So whose fucking house is this? I said, please, God, please. It's fucking 10:30
Why
at
didn't you
night.
go there?
I said, it's 10:30 at night. Please, God, don't make me go to this fucking address and sit outside this fucking door or knock on it until some bitch walks in that I think that you might actually fuck.
So you weren't good enough friends to know this friend where she lived.
No.
Oh well, then she's not your fucking friend.
Well, she had just moved to that address.
Okay.
So I had no idea she lived in Smyrna. I thought she lived in Kennesaw still.
So you'd been
She
to
was-
this said friend's house in Kennesaw before.
No.
Oh, so she's not great.
The
friends.
whole reason she got the job was because my dad used to sit at the bar with her at Huey Louie's. Me and her were technically, quote unquote, the black sheep of the family. Like, we both have brothers and sisters. She has sisters, I have a brother. My brother is a smart one, the talented one, like the athlete. Like, he's gone off to college, 4-year degree, whoopty fucking doodah. And me and her are just fucking bartenders. We make way more money than our siblings, but technically. And then she came into me. I went to go see her at Huey Louie. She has came in to see me all the time at Old Town to like drink and sit with me. She loves my dad. My dad loved her. My dad was like, why don't you get her a job? Fuck.
Crisp too.
There
Fuck
it
her,
went.
honestly. Chris Fit too.
I said
He
we
goes,
say the second one is moist.
moist. All right.
Moist.
He goes, why don't you get Moist a job here? And I was like, honestly, I'm down with that because I loved her. Like, I loved her.
I like moist too.
But then that Thursday,
It's better than dry.
when he finally, I looked at him, I said, whose fucking house is this? And I said, please, God, don't make me drive all the way to Smyrna to sit out in front of this door. I said, I will pitch a whole fucking tent, and you know I will. So, like, don't fuck with me. And he, like, looked at me and goes, don't get mad. And I was like, and let me just, like, rewind, like, 2 weeks before that. I had called him 1,000 times that night. FaceTimed him, called him, anything. All he had to do was answer it and tell me that he was with her. Like, if he would have, like, answered, and if he would have been like, hey, I'm with fucking Maddie,
You would have known.
I would have been cool with it.
Moist.
I would have been cool with it.
Yeah.
I would have been like, sweet, because I would never think in a million years my friend would do something like that. And I never thought in a million years my boyfriend would try to fuck my friend. So if I would know that he's safe, I would know that he's okay, I would know that he's, like, fine and,
Right.
like, where he's at. So I call, finally, he tells me it's Moist. And I'm like,
Nice.
I was like, well, why didn't you just fucking tell me that? He goes, well, I thought you'd be mad. I said, why would I be mad? It's my friend. Like, I know she wouldn't fuck with you. Like, I'm not mad about it. I was like, all you had to do is answer the call. So I'm, like, super chill at this point. I'm like, all you had to do is just tell me that. So that's weird. So then I call my best friend, who I now live with.
She was like, they're fucking.
And she's like, bitch, you are not that dumb. And I'm like, huh? She goes, go fucking play.
3:45 in the morning.
She goes,
Killa?
go play fucking reverse psychology. She's like, please, God, don't be that dumb. She goes, you are not that naive. She was like, you're not that dumb. And so I was like, all right, you're right.
Bree
So,
tries to go back. This girl's
So I was
got
like-
all bank accounts empty. The house is empty. No cars are there.
his
So I
pho-
ended
his
up-
pho-
Absolutely
his-
vacated the premises.
the phone's sitting there on the thing with no apps in it.
Yeah, yeah.
well, I had already texted Crisp and told her, like, I figured out who it really was. I thanked her for everything because, honestly, she was a real G. Like, she sent him on his way, like, didn't do anything more than make out with him. I could have gotten over that because I've gotten over way more. But then when I found out it was Moist, didn't think anything of it, looked at my fucking We both wear Apple Watches. So I know she gets her text to her Apple Watch. I don't anymore because I've gotten fucked with that before. So I texted her. I was like, I need you to call me. And she was at work. Didn't call me. So I called some bitches that I knew that were there that are on my team. And they were like, all right, we'll tell her. So then she calls me. I'm like, what the fuck happened? She told me some random story that all they did was drink, hang out, and then she went to her bed. He slept on the couch. I'm like, that's a fucking lie. Figured out everything. Literally, I called another one of my friends. He was like, that's a fucking lie. They were calling us at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. There's no way they went to sleep that night. And I'm like, awesome. So I call her back. I'm like, I need you to tell me the whole fucking truth. Let me get over it.
What a fucking trail this guy has left, dude. I'm telling you this.
Right?
Well, the thing
This
is,
guy's the worst
Well,
cheater in history.
well, he's not the worst. He's not.
He's
not
not
the
great.
worst. He's
No.
one of them.
Well,
He's below he's a 3 out of 10.
the problem is he fucks too close to home, and you can't do that, or you can't be a 10 out of 10
That's
fucking that
rule
close to
number
home.
1, don't get caught.
And that would be
You
a
know what I mean?
different.
Like,
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, if you fuck that close to home,
you're fucked eventually.
you will get caught.
And it'd be different if that was the first girl from Old Town he's ever like tried to fuck with. But he had already tried to fuck my other coworker who told me that she DM'd him. Tried to DM another one of my coworkers. Tried to DM another one of my coworkers years ago, 5 or
Trying
6
to
years
DM
ago.
and then DM
So
up.
there ain't no bitch
5,
out
6
there
years
that can
ago,
say,
he fucked a girl with my name, and she was a server at Old Town. Her name is Brianna.
Good for him.
What a demon.
The guy knows
Fucked
what
a
he
girl
likes.
named Brianna.
He got his type, man. Breeze from Old Town.
Honestly, she's beautiful. She got like a cheerleading scholarship to Hawaii, so not gonna
Dude,
lie.
there is
She's
no
complete
bitches out
opposite
there
of me though, like long
that can
brown
say,
hair.
I'm in the DMs.
Yep.
I am not in the DMs for nobody.
Yep.
What about like
rather call
jobs or houses or like cities? Have you ever thought about leaving Atlanta?
I've thought about it, yeah.
Yeah. What
But
about
like
you?
when
Every day.
when I go out of town and like I travel
It's
and
good to
stuff.
know.
When I travel, I think that I probably most succeed or be like or thrive in a city. It'd either be Florida or Nashville.
Well, Florida's a state.
My thing is
Nashville is a city, so you got there. So,
any part of Florida.
but so
Not Miami, Tampa.
not any part of. What about Jacksonville?
I love Jacksonville.
You'd go there. Okay. Well,
Honestly,
we're
the
getting
beaches
there.
suck.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, the beaches are horrible.
Ooh, I'd have to disagree with you there.
The beaches are flat and hard and like brown. It's like
Ryan
Atlantic.
said,
So it
cities
depends.
in
It
Florida,
depends on
cities
where
in
you
Florida,
go.
cities
I
in
lived
Florida.
I lived in Jacksonville. I lived in Jacksonville. So it
My
depends on
grandparents lived off Butler
what part
Boulevard.
of what part of
Butler Boulevard.
Yeah.
Hodges Boulevard.
Yeah, JT Butler. Yeah, I know.
Main
So,
Street.
some parts are more
North
fluffy,
Avenue.
and then some of them are hard sand.
First
so
Road.
when you go to like Charleston, all of them are flat. You can play basketball on them. So it depends on where you go.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Beaches
I mean,
are different there.
Nashville is like a very big bar town. So
No
like,
beaches there though.
No
There's
beaches.
no beaches. There's
Beaches.
a river.
There's no beaches.
There's no beaches. There's a
There's
river
no
there.
beaches.
What about you,
Nashville's
Jay?
fucking awesome. I've been a lot of places. So I actually was in Jacksonville for a couple of years, and I loved Jacksonville. It was awesome, but I wanted to be back in Atlanta because Atlanta was just more like popping and
It's a
way
different.
better than.
It's
so-
a different feeling. Like when
But-
I go to different cities and I'm there and I love the cities and
Yeah.
I love like where I'm at and I'm like when I went to Boston, when I've been to California, when I've like of course when I'm there for like a couple days, I'm like hell yeah, I could see myself living here and like blending in with everybody. But once I get home to Atlanta and I get in the airport and then I get in my car
You're home,
and I'm
yeah.
driving down 70. Once I get on 75
see the
and I
buildings.
see the buildings in Atlanta, I'm like,
I'm home.
fuck, I love being home.
I'm home. Yeah, me too. I do the same thing, and I've been to every major city in America, and I love most of them. But I'm the same way, and I like I said, I liked it. I called Jacksonville home for 2 years, but it was Atlanta was always my home. And I will say this about Nashville. Nashville is right now like Atlanta was in the late 90s and to the mid 2000s. It was Buckhead was a poppin' city. It was really awesome. It was really fucking.
I mean, it's popping with gunshots right now.
Thriving. Yeah, no, it's not as good. But Nashville's fucking awesome. It's exactly
That's what I'm saying.
Atlanta
Like,
used to be.
I love Nashville, but like Nashville's also getting overpopulated because everybody's moving there. Everybody's trying to be
'Cause it's
something,
awesome.
and everybody. Yes, but
Yeah.
like when I look at Atlanta, I'm just like, fuck, I love this city. Like, we have all the sports except for hockey, but we have like all the sports, everything. Like Atlanta's just Atlanta. Like it's just literally home to me. So when I lived in Jersey for 4 years, and then when I came back to Atlanta, honestly, I don't want to move back to Atlanta at that point. I was in 8th grade, and I did not want to move home to Atlanta. Like
Right.
I was like, nope, leave me in New Jersey. Now that I'm back in the South, I'm like, it's just a different feeling. Like SEC football, like I could never move to the West Coast and be like a Gator fan. Like I mean, I clearly would still be a Gator fan in the
Sure.
West Coast, but it's just not the same. Like I remember being out on the West Coast in California for New Year's Eve one year. And it was all the bowl games. And it was fucking miserable because they're all watching Big Ten and all that shit. And I'm like, this shit sucks. I'm like, give me SEC, give me ACC, give me something.
Pac-12.
Like anything but this. I'm
Wait,
like, and it's
why?
not
So
the
the
same.
only college that can even compare on the West Coast is USC because they bring a crowd, but none of the other ones can even compare.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's,
No, I agree with you.
but the
Totally.
crowd's just not the same. Like the bars aren't the same.
It's not.
Nothing's the same.
It's not.
You walk, like, I mean, Old Town is a fun ass sports bar. But I'm saying when you walk into Old Town, like, fuck, even on Sunday, this past Sunday with the last fucking
Great
playoff
games, by the way.
insane games.
Yes, all of them.
But you walk in and they aren't even fucking college football game. But like when it's college football season, it's like Christmas
Oh,
to
yeah.
the South. Like
100%.
it's
yeah.
Christmas when it,
And
college
there's
football
there's a
starts.
difference between a bar in Kennesaw and Atlanta compared to that bar in Athens or in Gainesville or in Knoxville. Like you can almost feel the
Everything.
It's different.
The energy,
It's different.
yes.
The energy's different. The everything's different than even being in that city compared to being close to the city. It's not the same. Even
At
though it's
all.
exciting. And even though that people are still fans in Kennesaw, just like they are in Athens, there's something different to being there watching it on a bar in Athens. It just is.
it's in like there's no explanation for it at all.
Well, you got to like we're kind of we're the South college football is so different from anywhere in the world. So like
I can move
the
to-
SEC has like 6 or 7 stadiums that hold, and they're all within 4 hours. So most of them 2 and 3 hours from each other. That hold 100,000 people, and none of them in the NFL hold as much as those 6 right there. And we went to London to watch the Falcons. They were like, this holds 75,000. And we went to watch the Georgia Auburn game at a place on the other side of London or whatever, because it was the only place that showed college football. This guy was a Canadian. He had college football. The guy that owned the bar was Canadian. And these guys from the pub went with us. And they were all from England. And they're like, how big is that stadium? I was like, that holds, because we were watching the Tennessee game. I was like, that one holds like 105, 106,000. Like, oh my God, is that the biggest one? I was like, no, there's all of them are that big right there. They just are. And they're fucking packed.
See, like I would love to see myself like when I've always pictured myself like when I was younger. I always pictured myself like as a huge city girl, like walking around, like just being like a boss bitch, like being that girl, walking around in the big city. But now, like now that I look at myself now, I'm like I can't leave the South just because of honestly. I guess if anything's holding me back, it's college football.
I bet that's what's Crisp and Moist are
football
doing
at that.
right now, being boss bitches. That's probably what they're doing. What about why should our audience stick around with us since we've stuck around? Why should they stick? What are we going to give them to stick around?
Bunch more content.
Skin,
Yeah, more shit. No.
Water bottles.
water bottles, yeah, with our logo on it. That'll keep them coming right there.
Coaster.
Keep them wet.
Raising the morale.
One coaster.
We do have a coaster. We got coasters coming in, so if you're lucky, you get a coaster.
Yeah, go see Bree. She'll give you one.
Yep, Old Town
That's lit. This is what we have to offer.
Yeah,
coaster.
One coaster.
a coaster. Hey,
You do not get two.
and if everybody keeps watching, in a few episodes, she's gonna show a nipple. That's it. That's gonna happen. So keep watching.
I mean, I can show him now and then he just blurs them out.
I think we can get away with that.
Well, I think we have before.
My mom literally watches. I think my mom is like our number one viewer because she watches every single podcast, and she'll text me and she'll be like, "Hey, by the way, this and this and this." And
Does she
I'm
do
like,
it on a keyboard or phone?
phone?
Oh,
Oh yeah, when I went like that.
God damn. Your mom's our number one fan. We are fucked.
yeah. Oh yeah. We're still gonna have fun though.
Yeah, we are. No, fuck podcasting.
Soup sandwich. Love y'all, man.
Yep.
1 year. See y'all.
Congratulations.
Yeehaw.
All of the knots, all of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the knots, all of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the money, 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 all of the money.